Welcome back to No Mo Rural Data Centers. This is Millie Ryan. We have a quick update for you. I know everybody is very interested in what's been going on, especially with the commissioners meeting in Franklin County last Tuesday. And we have with us today, once again, Alison Quennoz of the Pacific Route Coalition. Alison has been closely following the developments and organizing community opposition efforts. Alison is bringing her analysis and commentary on what unfolded during May 12th and what citizens should be paying attention to as the county moves closer to a decision that could permanently reshape our community. Thanks again for joining us, Alison.
Thanks again for having me. I just wanted to jump on and let everyone know why Monday still matters. I'm working through everything that was said at the commissioners meeting because honestly, there was a lot. Some of it was encouraging, some of it raised more questions, and some of it still needs to be verified before Monday. There were lots of comments, some about the landfill, public access at the May 18th hearing, hiring outside legal counsel, tax incentives, whether the county actually has any agreements yet, and importantly, the need for better communication from our elected officials. So I may come back and talk more about those pieces separately, but the one thing I wanted to talk about right now, because I do not want anyone walking into this weekend with the wrong understanding, is the piece of the discussion about the town halls, because yes, town halls were mentioned, and the commissioners indicated they may be willing to attend town halls after the May 18th hearing. But no, that does not mean you should skip Monday. It does not automatically mean a later town hall would carry the same legal weight as a testimony given at the public hearing. And that distinction is everything. And listen, I am totally in favor of town halls. I think that the developer should have to stand up in front of the people of Franklin County. I think that they should have to answer real questions. I think that this should have happened months ago. But the part I want people to not misunderstand is that a town hall after Monday may not be the same thing as testimony at the public hearing, and that matters. At the meeting, residents asked for town halls. They asked for the developers to show up. Commissioner Cox said that after the May 18th hearing, once testimony has been received, he would personally be willing to attend these town halls and discuss things openly. Commissioner Overschmidt appeared to agree generally with that, and that sounds great on the surface, and I extremely appreciate their willingness to engage. But my concern is this: if the formal public hearing closes on Monday, then what happens after that? Are future town halls part of the official record? Can people still submit testimonies? The important question is, can residents still influence the decision? Or are those town halls just informal meetings after legal testimony period is over? And that's not a small technicality, that's the entire issue. Patricia said it really well at the meeting. She said that a hearing is a legal thing, it's on the record, and that's what matters legally. She also made the point that the time to engage with the public is not after the hearing, but before the hearings. And that's exactly the point. We can't have people thinking, well, I don't need to show up on Monday because they said there's going to be town halls later, because we do not know yet whether those town halls will actually count. We do not know whether testimony given at a later town hall could be part of the record. And we honestly don't know whether the commissioners would be legally allowed or advised to consider new information after the public hearing is closed. As we have already seen happen with planning and zoning, residents were told after the hearing that officials could not continue engaging in the same way because the hearing was closed. And I know Patricia specifically brought that up, that if Monday's hearing closes, she does not feel confident later comments would be really considered. And so that's the message. Please do not treat possible future town halls as a substitute for showing up on Monday. Monday is still the moment. Monday is the public hearing. Monday is when your testimony, your evidence, your written comments, your objections, and your concerns need to be placed onto the official record. If there are town halls later, great. We should still push for them, but they should not happen after the record closes unless the commission formally continues or reopens the hearing. So the ask not simply, please give us town halls. The ask needs to be stronger than that. The ask should be, do not close the public hearing until after the public has had a meaningful opportunity to participate. Do not close public hearing until working families, farmers, parents, elderly residents, and people directly impacted by this proposal have had a reasonable chance to speak up. Do not close the public hearing and tell us we can talk later at a town hall that may not legally count. If the commission wants to hold town halls after May 18th, then the hearing should be continued and not closed. Or the commission should clearly state on the record that the hearing will be reopened so that the town hall testimony and public evidence can be entered into the official record before any vote happens. This is the cleanest and fairest way to do this. And I also want to talk about the sign-up issue for the meeting on Monday. Right now, the concern is that people have to physically be there Monday morning before the cutoff at 9 a.m. to sign up to speak. And this is extremely difficult for a lot of people. People work, people have kids, people farm, people have doctor's appointments, they have livestock to take care of. People have jobs and they can't just disappear for an entire day and wait around not knowing when their name is going to be called. I know Patricia gave a great example of a mutual friend that we have who lives in Villa Ridge. She has a large family and she'll be directly impacted by this. Her farm borders the Diamond Farm property. And this person is not going to be able to leave her farm and get her kids to school and drive to the hearing and still have time to milk her cows and sign up before 9 a.m. and sit there all day to speak. It's a lot and it's impossible for a lot of people. And Rachel raised the issue and asked for options, including splitting testimony into different days or time frames or making accommodations for people that may need to leave and come back. And those are reasonable requests. And we're not trying to be difficult. We're trying to participate in government and have a fair chance to speak at a public hearing that affects all of us. And so this is what I want to say about Monday morning. If you want to speak Monday, please do everything you can to be there before 9 a.m. But if you want to be there to speak and you cannot make it before 9 a.m., please reach out to me personally. I want to be very clear that I'm not promising that I can fix that. I'm still trying to understand exactly what the procedure allows. But if you want to speak and the 9 a.m. cutoff creates a problem for you because of whatever reason, reach out to me as soon as possible, because at minimum, I want to know who's being affected by this. And I want to help people understand their options. And I want to make sure that your intent to speak is documented. People should not be shut out simply because they cannot physically be there during one extremely narrow morning window. I cannot guarantee an outcome, but I can try to help figure out next steps. If you could not speak in person, you can also submit written testimony. But I want to be honest, written testimony is not the same as being able to look your elected officials in the eye and tell them, this is how this will affect my land, my family, my home, my farm, my water, and my future. Patricia made another important point that a stack of papers does not show the faces of the people who are scared and who are frustrated and just deeply impacted by this. And that matters. Your presence matters. Your voice matters. Your testimony matters. And Monday matters. I want everyone to understand that. There was so much more at this meeting. Dana, I want to touch on one more thing. Dana brought up the tax incentives because that's been the ask this whole time. The commissioners admitted several times that they do not have the answers yet. They do not have finalized agreements. They do not have tax structure. They do not have a business plan. They do not know where a lot of these revenue numbers are coming from. Commissioner Cox said he had no idea that those numbers could be based on anything. The answer is they don't have agreements, and that's important because the public is being told and sold on these, again, big financial benefits. And right now that's based on nothing. That means that when you do show up on Monday, your testimony should include those questions. Are these benefits guaranteed? What happens if this project is delayed? What happens if the tax structure changes? These aren't emotional questions. They're basic due diligence questions. And that is why Monday is so important, because if the county does not have answers yet, the residents need to put that concern on record. No approval should happen based on projections, assumptions, or promises that are not in writing and that are not enforceable. No approval should happen before independent environmental review or independent legal review. No approval should happen before the county knows who is responsible for cleanup and decommissioning. And no approval should happen before residents have had a meaningful, accessible chance to be heard. The county should not be trying to figure out these things on the fly. They need outside counsel. They need independent experts. They need environmental review, fiscal review, enforceable conditions. And frankly, this all just needs to slow down. And that is why Monday matters. It's not about asking them to make a decision before Monday or even on Monday. It's about asking them to not close the door before the public has had a chance to be meaningfully heard. So what I'm asking from everyone is just show up Monday if you can. If you cannot be there to speak before the 9 a.m. cutoff, reach out to me as soon as possible. I want to help document this issue, to help figure out what options we may have in the future. So be sure to show up, bring your testimony, bring copies, bring sources. And when you do write your testimony, don't just say, I don't want this, say why. Talk about the water, talk about your farmland, talk about property values or wildlife or the river or decommissioning or tax abatements or anything. Talk about the need for this to slow down, the need to continue the hearing. And more than anything, please just stay calm and stay factual. This is incredibly emotional, and it should be. We're talking about people, we're talking about their homes, their families, their farms, their future, and land that's been there for generations. But we are not going to win this by name calling. We are not going to win this by attacking. We do not win this by giving them a reason to dismiss us. So we win this by showing up. We win this by presenting facts, and we win this by making the record so strong and so detailed that it cannot be brushed aside. So the biggest thing I want you to hear is this: don't stay home Monday because you think you can just speak at a town hall later. Maybe there will be, maybe there won't be, but Monday is the public hearing. Monday is the record. Monday is the moment that we know matters. And again, if you would like to speak Monday and cannot get there, reach out to me directly. I can't promise I can fix it, but I want to try to help. And just please do not assume that later will be enough, that town halls will be enough. Show up on Monday, get it on record, and let's make sure the people of Franklin County are heard before any decision is made.